I want to be clear on the type of content that I create. I've gotten messages from new followers in the past few weeks that have said various things, and I want to touch on them. And I understand that they're new followers, so they haven't been around for the past 5 years of me making video content or 15 years of me making written content on other social media platforms. But let me just be clear on what type of content I make. I've had people tell me in messages or inquire in messages, why don't you do the breaking news stuff? Why is it that I see breaking news from Aaron Parnas and V and Harry Sisson and this person and that person, but then I see you talk about the subject a day or two later? Because I'm not the breaking news guy. I'm not your trusted news. Those people that you get that information from, those breaking news stories, they're more like news people in a modern era. They're just not the Walter Cronkites on the legacy media, right? They're the new version of media. V is a trusted news source. Aaron Parnas is a trusted news source. This person is a trusted news source. And they're the ones who live in that breaking world space, breaking news space, I should say. I give you my opinions on what's going on. I call out the bullshit lies. I call out the propaganda. Like what Trump just said in his little 15-20 minute address to the nation. We're going to be breaking down a lot of that in various videos. What I'm giving you is I'm giving you factual information about political and social stories with my opinion thrown in. I don't want to be the person that is constantly, I need to get my phone, I got to go live, something's happening. I need to get my phone, I need to make a video, something's happening. There are trusted news sources for that. I'm giving you the perspective of a Gen Xer well into the second half of his life who has viewed the world for over half a century and has an opinion on some shit. So that's for the people who say, why don't you do the breaking news stuff? That's why. To the people who send me, the new followers who send me messages and say, you're out there talking about the news. Why don't you, get rid of the graphic T-shirts and put a more professional background, and maybe spruce this up a little bit, be a little bit more professional, which is odd considering I just did a series about professionalism when it comes to tattoos and piercings in the nursing industry based off of Paige Slayton's content. To those people, no. No, I'm not. I am too fucking old to pretend to be something I'm not. I am too fucking old to be what you need me to be. This is who I am. I wear graphic T-shirts because I like them. And I have places that my wife and I have traveled on the wall, and music artists and instruments on the wall, because this is what I enjoy. I have worked hard cultivating my space. This is a space that I can be me in. It's loud. There's a lot going on. It pays tribute to a shit ton of really great music artists. It has my memories and no. If you want somebody with some professional canned background and a suit and tie on giving you the news, then go find that fucking person. Once again, I'm not giving you the news. I'm giving you my opinion on the news. And my opinion is coming to you from what you see here. I don't know what else to say, man. Other than if there's something that I have learned over the course of my lifetime, is if you continue to try and please other people rather than yourself, then you're never going to stop working to please the next person, because somebody's always not going to like what you're doing, right? No matter what you do. If I put on a nice shirt, a collared shirt, and put a professional background behind me, then the people who liked, who wanted that and who liked that look are going to be happy. But the hundreds of thousands of people that showed up before I did that are going to be like, well, why don't you change? And once I made those people happy, the clean shirt, clean background people happy, and I lose people over here, then there's going to be another group of people that's unhappy with what I'm doing here, and then I'm going to have to change and do that. The moral is this: if you just be yourself, you're never going to be on that fucking hamster wheel. And I'd just rather be myself. And have fucking time to be who you want me to be. I appreciate you watching the content. I appreciate the fact that you might agree with me. You just don't like the package that it's presented in. I don't know what to tell you. And to the people who send me content and say, hey, you should talk about this and you should talk about that, I appreciate that. And sometimes I do talk about the content you deliver, and sometimes I don't talk about the content because I get flooded with a lot of it. If I don't talk about the content that you sent, it's not an affront to you. It's not an insult to you. It's just, I couldn't possibly keep up with all the stuff that people want me to do. So I do the stuff I want to do. Sometimes it's stuff you send me that I find interesting, and other times it's other stuff that people didn't send me. But this is what you got, okay? Is it made for TV? No, probably the reason why I don't have a show. But it's who I am, and it's going to be real every fucking time I give it to you. That sounded a bit like a euphemism at the end, and it really wasn't meant to be. You know what I'm talking about.